Welcome to Murder and Everything Else. My name is Joy.
And my name is Cheryl. Joy and I are two very old friends who love to talk about murder and everything else. But today, guys, we just want to check in and say hi because Joy and I are taking a little holiday hiatus, but we didn't want to leave you hanging for too long because we know you're going to miss us. So we just wanted to drop in and say we hope you and yours are enjoying the holiday season, maybe enjoying any traditions you may have and making new ones. We wanted to take you back to earlier this season and share a story that we think is worth repeating or replaying. A word of caution, don't eat while you listen to this, okay? And enjoy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, welcome back to all of our listeners. And it's not even tick season here in the beautiful state of North Carolina, but Cheryl is fascinated by bugs and everything but cockroaches. And one of the things that I told her when we moved here some 11 years ago was I told her about tick season. When, for those of you who have younger children, kids like to run outside and roll around in the dirt. And one of the reasons we moved here was so that our kids could have that, kind of iconic childhood where they could run around, play with the neighbor kids, ride their bikes, and be, basically unsupervised where I'm not, helicoptering what they're doing. And we discovered tick season, as most people who move here do, because, the kids will bring the ticks in, the dogs and the cats will bring the ticks in. And then, during the months of April to, through October, you're trying desperately to keep ticks from being in your bed and being on your sofa and,
Hitching a ride into the
yeah,
house.
exactly. Because there's all these health issues related with tick bites, like Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
spotted fever and Lyme's disease, and that anaphylactic shock to pork and beef products and dairy or whatever. And among other things, there's another one called alpha gal. And so there's all these things, and it seems like there's new tick-borne illnesses discovered on the regular. So anyway, this was the first tick season that we lived here, and we were renting a house. We moved here on the 26th of December. So we're renting a small house while we were looking around trying to decide where to buy and what to buy, because at that time there was availability in every kind of housing market, that all the housing types that you wanted. And so we were looking around a lot, and I was walking through the kitchen and I saw what looked like a bean, like a dried bean laying on the floor.
Wait,
And
hold up. You were looking around at model homes? This wasn't your home?
no, it was during this season, but
Oh, God.
it was in the rental. It was in the rental that we were in.
I thought you meant you were going around. Okay. You'll see why this is funny, everybody. Once.
And it's
Okay, go ahead.
gray in color, and it's about the size of a dried garbanzo bean or chickpea.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
bend down and I pick it up, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what is this? What is this? Nobody's made beans or chickpeas or whatever. So I do what any sensible, educated Asian
Rational.
woman would do, and I pop it in my mouth. Okay. And I
Oh my God.
I know it sounds crazy, but for those of you with kids who have gone through the toddler section in time, you'll know that as much as you don't like to admit it, you've eaten stuff off the floor. So I roll it around in my mouth, and then I think, well, I'm going to bite down on it a little bit and see what is it hard? Is it soft? Is it crunchy? And I bite down, and all of a sudden there's this like metallic taste in my mouth,
God.
like that taste of blood. And so I spit it into my hand.
Oh,
Thank God I didn't bite harder. I spit it in my hand and I roll it around, and I all of a sudden notice that there's like little legs on it.
oh my God. I already heard this story and I'm still freaking out.
and I
Oh my
realized it's an
God.
engorged tick that has
Oh,
made its way into the house and fallen off of one of the dogs.
oh my
And
God.
now I am
And
so disgusted. And when you get a tick, you're supposed to smash it between two rocks and basically like eviscerate the thing. Because if you throw
right.
it in the trash, it'll just climb out of the trash. If you flush it down the toilet, it'll climb up out of the toilet. I mean, and also I was phobic of ticks probably the first 3 summers that we were here because I mean, while there are ticks in Northern California, which is where we lived before, they're not you have to go looking for ticks. Here, the ticks come looking for you.
Oh
So
my God.
I was
Oh,
phobic. I'm no longer phobic. I can go for walks and hikes and blah 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 in the yard, and I'm not weirded out and creeped out by ticks.
well,
I mean, obviously,
you got over the hump by crunching on one. Now you're
I
not
know.
afraid. Oh
I
my
am I
gosh.
am one with the ticks. And of course, the best part of the story is that night, you know, I, and I'm sure that people identify with this as well. So I immediately Google, like, can I die if I eat a tick and it attaches to my insides? And I'm asking my husband, who I think I've mentioned previously is a veterinarian, and I'm like obsessively like, can I die if I swallow a tick that's alive? Can the tick attach to my insides, my kidneys, or my liver, and then suck all the blood out of my organs? Will I pass the tick like I passed anything else that I eat? Will the stomach acid? And he's like, I'm trying to sleep. And I don't think he realizes like how stressed out I am. Even though I didn't swallow the tick, what if in the past, or they say that you eat so many spiders in your life because they crawl in your mouth when you're sleeping. So I'm super freaked out by this. To this day, I still get occasionally when it's a slow news search day or slow Google week, I get tick related articles that pop up in my feed because I obsessively like read
Yeah,
tick
looked for
articles,
information.
for
Yeah.
weeks and weeks. So that's
Oh
my
my
tick
God.
story.
So the moral of the story, everyone, is if you see a bean on the ground, just step on it. Oh my God.
I would have really, I mean, you should have seen the spitting and the like gargling and the like gagging, retching that happened after. It was so crazy.
Did you drink some hydrogen peroxide after that, or
No, but I
rubbing
thought about it
alcohol?
later. I should have like
Mm,
taken a good swig of whiskey or something. I've heard that whiskey will kill
mm.
anything.
Well, if you have not tried to eat a tick during the holidays,
Don't
then
try it now.
you are committing a crime. But you know what else is a crime?
What's that, Joy?
That we are out of time.
That is a crime. Well, thank you for listening, everyone, and don't complicate your day. All creativity, commentary, and opinions in this podcast belong to Cheryl and Joy. Music composed and mixed by Gabe McKeon. Logo and merch managed by Cheryl Yamaguchi. Podcast editing, advertising, and social media managed by Joy McKeon. Legal representation provided by John Bojezic. Please like, subscribe, follow, and listen. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Audible.com, Amazon Music, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And remember, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok, or you can email us at murderandeverythingelse@gmail.com.
Bye, fishes.